welcome. So I've been looking for a new game that's not competitive, that I can just play off stream, and I take inspiration from Elon. He kind of showed me what it takes to be a great player, and I downloaded the game. Path of Exile. What an incredible game! It kind of fit this genre of like dark fantasy, which I do love, with a dungeon crawler and one of the most in-depth skill tree I've ever seen in a game, and I have enjoyed. Well, not true. Actually, the beginning was extremely overwhelming. Didn't enjoy. Hated it, to be honest with you. Paid 20-something pounds. Forced myself to play it. Was just clicking buttons randomly. I'll just loot everything and then just mash my thumb on the infuse button. Just mash my thumb on the infuse button and just hope that something good came from it. Ultimately, what you're seeing behind me right now is very confused, very bad gameplay. I started figuring it out after it, and what do I mean by figure it out? I went monk. Why did I pick monk? No reason. Okay, well the thing is, usually I go warlock, but I find with these games, warlock, it never really works for me. So I've kind of gone for this hybrid monk physical mage thing. So lots of dexterity, lots of intelligence. And basically, okay, I've taken inspiration from the only dungeon crawling game that I've played, which is Archero. It's a mobile game, and the lightning on that carried. So I'm taking inspiration from a mobile game to go for a monk lightning build, okay? And the idea behind this is that you use blue siphon. That's what I'm going to call it. So whenever I get enemies down to like 20% HP, a blue orb shows above their head, and I suck it, and then I get 1 out of 3 power levels. Okay, so I wait for the next one to have that blue orb on top of his head. I suck it, and I get 2 out of 3 power level, and then do it again a third time, and then hit them with my huge lightning ability, which gets multiplied by the orbs on the top of their head, and I'm in crushing waves, and I've built my guy around just getting that one ability as strong as possible. Now it's weak to certain things, like for example, I have absolutely nuts evasion, okay, and it's very forgiving, and I actually would recommend this for new players. Evasion is very weak to piercing ranges, so unfortunately I'm getting my balls absolutely cut by ranged supports, you know. Anyway, we did get around this by relying on my evasion and focusing the ranges. I've kind of figured that out, and honestly, once you kind of get into figuring out what your build is, it becomes a bit of a rhythm. I don't know, that's the only way I can describe it. I know it's like 1, 2, 3, oh, 1, 2, 3, oh, 1, 2, 3, oh. But it's not just that, it'd be 1, dodge, 2, 3, dodge, oh, dodge, 1, dodge. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. It's going great, and I'm loving it. There are some things that I'm confused on, and I'll get to that. What you're seeing behind me here is me just using my chaining lightning effect to just grind some levels. My approach to basically every boss has been to just grind as much as I can before, get over leveled, and then at least when I'm doing boss fights, I'm a higher level than them, which I know doesn't mean a lot in this game. But I've been doing all the side quests, I've been doing everything really that I can to get as much XP as possible, because there is that much going on. And to be honest, well actually, okay, with bosses, I've been using a glacial range thing because I found that if you just get close to bosses, the majority of them just have like an AoE stomp that will just one-shot you. So I've been staying away and just casting some spells. What other mistakes did I make? I didn't equip. Excuse me. I didn't upgrade my healing and mana potions. Didn't realise that was something you could do. So like I take a little bit of damage, pop all 6 of my potions, get barely back up to full HP, and thinking, God, I must be doing something wrong here. Eventually I figured out you can actually just swap those for larger flasks. Again, very recently found this out. If anything, it made me a better player though, because I was basically playing a hardcore run with it. Obviously I was respawning, but hardcore in the sense that like I was not taking damage. And I'm just going to be honest, guys, I still don't really know about what I'm doing when I'm upgrading my items and the gems and everything. I feel like I've put so much time into it. I don't want to spend more time watching tutorials. I probably should though. Again, I'm just pressing the enchant button and just hoping to get something good. And to be fair, it is kind of working because ultimately you have loads of choice, but when it comes to sockets and infusing weapons and upgrading weapons, it does all just seem to be a bit random. So you just got to embrace the randomness to it, really, a little bit, at least I think. Encrypt did have to help me on one of the bosses. I think I was figuring it out. I hadn't equipped an item that basically it was like a wolf that slows, and I didn't have anything for like slow resistance. I just needed a bit of slow resistance. I think I could have done it. I also upgraded something that made it worse. So I had to like figure out how to unupgrade that specific thing, and then I got it working again. Ultimately though, Encrypt was there to save my bacon, and I had been grinding this bitch for about 4 hours, so I was very grateful that he just got me over that stage. It does feel a bit disingenuous, it does feel a bit cheese, but I'm learning. It's all a learning thing. I'm excited to learn more. I'm excited to maybe show you some better gameplay, and I'll see you over there.